Welcome back, everybody, to The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD.
Aw, yeah, Windfall Island.
Yes, this is Windfall Island. We're going to be spending, well, the entirety of this part here. The entire 27 and a half minutes. And this was edited. This was the first part where I actually cut shit.
Wow. I remember the demo I played back at Toys R Us way back when had one of the parts you could play was here. Huh?
Well, who the hell is this? Wait a second. So, Americans still hate this guy.
You know what? I don't know if this is a new thing or if it was in the original Wind Waker, but he has like a beauty mark mole under his mouth.
That might have been there since Majora's Mask, I don't know.
I've never noticed that before. Man, this is a huge learning experience.
Yay!
Well,
I could mention something about that, but that would bring back bad memories.
Yeah, let's not.
So this replaces the Tingle Tuner.
Ah, yes, the Tingle Tuner. Basically, the concept behind that was you use the GBA GameCube link, and that allowed either you or a friend, if you had one, to play as Tingles of sorts in the game. It allowed for certain stuff, like he could drop bombs or he could get some stuff for you.
You would see the Tingle Tuner used in speedruns a ton.
Yes. Granted, every action costs you money, but money's... This is one of the Zelda titles where money's actually worthless.
You say that.
For the most part. But, one thing I did find hilarious as a kid was the fact that he mimicked Link's item get pose. This game very much lampshades that concept.
Yep.
Man, look how big this furniture is.
So here's our first real crawl space maze type shape thing.
Yes.
Basically, if you have a sense of direction, you'll be able to pass this with flying colors.
Which is telling that I got stuck on it for a long time. Granted, you can usually, when you're at these crossroads types things, you can usually tell which way is the right way to go, because if you look carefully, the wrong way is wooden boards. And if you go on those wooden boards, a rat pulls a bell, drops you back on the King of Red Lions.
You will see this. In fact, that's actually going to be how we're going to make our exit out of here. It's just faster.
Those rats used to scare me as a kid.
And what do we have in here? We have ourselves the Picto Box.
Ah, yes, the Picto Box.
Tell us more about this wondrous device.
This is the first introduction of pictures in the in the 3D Zelda franchise. They did exist on the Game Boy player, or not the Game Boy player, the Game Boy with the Game Boy printer, I should say. But it's one of those things where like, let's use it to reference something that's rather obscure in the series, which is common in this game. Basically, use it to take pictures. It can hold what, 3 at a time?
12.
12. That's a lot more than what it used to be able to hold.
Well, the thing is, this is integrated with Miiverse functions in this version of the game, which is why you have a much wider... I guess it's a reel of film or something.
Yeah.
And it's also a reason why getting a particular item related to the Picto Box is a bit more streamlined in this version.
Very much so.
In fact, you will see that later in this part. So we were sent here looking for a sale. We paid this guy 80 rupees and boom, there's your sale.
Ah, yes, the Eskimo guy.
Yes.
Which is weird because I guess it's to exemplify how far away he is with considering the locale being as hot as it is.
So, I believe the King of Red Lion says, well, once you have this sale, no fun in games.
Yeah.
Well, screw that. I got 21 minutes of fucking video to fill. I ain't got
We got a
time
quota
for
to
no
make.
I ain't got time for no fucking talking boat to boss me around. Instead,
You didn't tell me what to do. You ain't my mom.
Instead, we're going to visit this fellow. Ooh. This is Lenzo.
You have no idea how often I've seen his name written down, how long I've been playing this game. I just got the reference to a camera lens. God,
Really?
Good God.
Really?
We were talking about him earlier, too. It's like, oh.
Yes, we were talking about him in reference to this part when I was like, hey, here's all the stuff that we're going to be doing over the next few parts.
And that, like, it's been 10 years, too, and it just now hit me. Just full of revelations in this part.
Of course you are. It's because you don't take the time to notice small, obscure pieces of shit.
Unless it has no credence in the plot or gameplay or anything, useful.
Yeah. So Lenzo here has dialogue for each one of these. I just wanted to show off one of them.
And each one of these pictures is something in the game world.
Yes. Like you saw back there was Outset Island.
Or one of the statues.
Mm-hmm.
Which will
We'll get
become
to
important.
that. We will get there when we get there. So now we're gonna wait for this guy to come back downstairs.
So this is one of the few side quests in this game that really kind of gave me trouble when I first played.
How so?
Well, partly was because I was a dumb kid and couldn't figure out what he wanted. And secondly, I was a dumb kid, so once I figured out what I had to do, I still couldn't figure out exactly how to go about doing it.
So, we're going to, be Picto-Box stalkers, and,
Picto boxing it up.
and, get 3 very specific, pictures from around Windfall Island at, specific points.
The thing about... And back in the original version, it was 3. You could only save 3 pictures at a time, which... I think so.
You're probably
It was-
right.
It was very limited.
So you have more experience with this game than I do.
God, I love this game. It's so good. Like, I was reading Game Informer today, because I got the latest one, and I didn't bother reading it until today. And they rated this like a 9.25.
Sounds about right. Alright. Now you can either... This is not the best place to stand for this particular one.
Oh! Oh, yes. Is it for the reason I think it... Jeez, it's all... are you using the, Do you have to, hold up the pad thing to aim the camera?
Yes.
Oh, and you can take selfies.
Yep. Again,
Huh.
Miiverse.
Okay, true.
So I'm running this at 4 times speed just because this video was originally, I think, 40 minutes long.
Now, you must remember all these actions that you have to photograph reset every time you enter and exit a building or leave the island.
Yes.
Unless you've already done this quest.
Correct. So you have to get a picture of this guy sending a letter into the mailbox with the letter still in his hand. So you gotta have some pretty good timing.
Oh, hey, that guy doesn't, like, run you down to talk to you about his kidnapped daughter? That old guy by the tree?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, that's a nice thing that they take. So, there's that depressed old guy standing by the tree, and his daughter is one of the 3 girls that were kidnapped.
Right. You can still talk to him, and I believe it is the same dialogue. He just doesn't run up to you.
Yeah.
Like,
basically, he was the reason why that first picture was so hard for me to get, because every time I'd get myself settled, he'd run up and be like, hey, blah, 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 my daughter's kidnapped, I'm sad, blah, 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 save her. I'm like, well, forget you, old man, I need to take this picture.
Bitch.
But,
So that is picture 1 of 3.
that one takes so long to wait for.
Yes. The other 2, well, the second one doesn't take near as long. The third can take about as long as the first.
Yeah. But that's because you're relying on people walking around town, and they do walk rather slow in this game.
Yes.
The second one is kind of tricky, but you can reset it easy enough.
Yes. You can reset it, and you don't have to fucking wait all day.
Yeah.
And I'm going the wrong damn way, if you can't tell. I don't have as much experience with this game as I do with other Zelda titles, so I'm like, where the fuck am I going? I mean, this is Windfall Island, a very basic island in the game. I should not be getting this disoriented.
One thing I thought that was the coolest thing to come out of Skyrim mods was the recreation of this island. I think this works really good with that aesthetic. Despite the fact that you're comparing like Nordic type stuff to a more tropical design, but I don't know.
Okay, so for the second picture, we have to be real mean to this guy. And throw destructibles at him. Can just aim it properly.
Now, here's the... I don't know if those pots are there in they're probably there in the original version, but you can actually startle him by knocking down those glass cups and pitchers.
Huh, how about that?
Because it's the sound that scares him, not the shit being thrown at him that scares him.
So I'm like, I'm not having such good timing with... You gotta get the face, there we go. Take my money.
And that's how I would usually do it, just because it's a lot more fun. Like, physics.
Physics!
Phys-X.
That shitty thing.
I guess. That has to be reinstalled every time I download a Steam game? Yes.
So it is in fact a piece of shit. Alright, I think we have what you are looking for here. Just the things Lenzo says here is like, really?
He's kind of a creep.
He's a creeper. Alright, now to get our third and final task for this particular side quest.
Now, I'm trying to think. There's another secret thing you can get by sneaking into his place without him noticing. I'm trying to remember what that was for. Well, it'll probably occur to me if you ever get to it.
If we ever get to it.
Yeah. Well, you're playing the game. I'm just here to make you look good by comparison, verbally, with my face.
Right. I need to stand pretty much right here. Right here is a good place because the killer bees, those group of kids, they won't bother you if you're here.
Yeah.
So you just gotta sit here and wait.
You can do it right outside Lenzo's door, and I think that's just far enough that even if they do bother you, you can just shoot over their heads.
But this is a better spot.
Yeah. This one had me stumped for the longest time.
I'm just bored. Just like, yeah.
I find it interesting that they've included the concept of selfies.
Look at them killer bees just walk around at quadruple speed.
And you can't, like, for this one and the first one, you cannot be too close because they will not go through with it.
They won't do the thing. I determined that's good enough. So yeah, what Prometheus was talking about, you can just stand right there and it's just good enough.
Yeah.
Show the picture, the pictograph, whatevs. Seriously, what is with this guy?
He's kind of a creep.
So now we have completed all 3 of the tasks, and what do we get? The Deluxe Picto Box. In this version,
In the original version,
you just got a joy pendant for doing this.
Yeah. But you still needed to do this in order to get the Deluxe Picto Box. You just had to...
You had one extra step.
Yeah, and I'll cover that when we'll cover that when we get to where you needed to go.
Which will be, by my estimation, like part 8 or something.
It's not exactly recorded yet. So, for the longest time, I did not realize that they're all supposed to be boys. I thought the blue-haired...
That confused me, too. Like, what? I'm like, alright, where's the damn schools right here?
Ah, yes, the school teacher.
Miss Marie. Oh, those kids that I ran into back there.
She uses a particular word quite a bit, which ties into another side quest.
Troublesome?
I guess.
I don't know, I wasn't fucking paying attention. I was just like, get side quest, do side quest.
I'm trying not to spoil everything from the start.
I need to talk to the leader in particular for this. Well, of course it is.
You need to go to school.
Stay in school, kids.
Stay in bed, get at least 8 hours of drugs, and don't do school.
What?
I don't know. I think I'm so clever, but I'm not.
Nope. You probably stole that from somewhere.
I did. I stole most stuff. Like, even this commentary was stolen from somewhere. I'm just reading off a script. I got a piece of paper right here in my hands.
The funny thing is the piece of paper has like a picture of a lion on it or something. I don't know what the fuck.
It's just all rejected Disney scripts. Disney has to go through a lot of cutting in order to make their stuff watchable.
I guess.
And it gets super meta towards the end, like it is now. Oh, another hide-and-seek quest, which is definitely a reference to the bombers.
So these are the killer bees. These guys are they ain't no bomber secret society of justice. I can just say that right now.
This one's definitely a lot more annoying.
Yeah.
Because not only do you have to like run them down, you have to find them.
Yes.
And I forget
like
what the
they
time
actually do some sort of attempt to hide, whereas with the bomber secret society, it's out in the fucking open.
Unless they're in a box or on a roof. Man, that kid took that jump down a cliff like a boss.
Get back here, you piece of shit. And they turn everywhere. It's like, God. There we go, that's 2. What are you doing?
My computer wasn't actually plugged in.
Good job there, Chief.
Just the highest quality. And I can't plug the thing because it's bent because the dogs ripped it out.
Alright, well here's number 3. I know you can't see it, you're a little busy.
I'm like all the way halfway across the room with like the headphones trailed across. It's so stupid. Alright, I'm back.
You are so stupid.
I am.
You have very bad perception.
I do.
Get back here.
He just tackled that pig.
I didn't even mean to.
This one's the hardest just because he has this nice wide open place to just turn.
Well, the other one had the exact same fucking thing.
Yeah, but he had just jumped off a cliff. He ain't running nowhere.
Except he kind of did. No, those 3 were kind of easy. Because they were all kind of clustered in one specific area. The 4th one can throw you off if you're not prepared. And also, I didn't want to fucking talk to you. I just wanted to roll. Goddamn context-sensitive pieces of shit.
Did they give you a time limit, or is it just until you...
There is no time limit that I am aware of.
Because I don't remember there being one. I think it just resets if you either enter a building or leave the island.
So don't do either of those fucking things.
Not that you really can.
At this point, no. But if you're doing this, say, later...
Yeah. Jeez, what's with these guys jumping off cliffs?
Well, Link could jump off a damn cliff and be just fine.
Yeah, but he's got to be at least, like, 4 years older than them.
I guess. But, speaking of 4, we got all 4 of them.
That was a great transition.
Your mother was a great transition.
Okay.
And here is our first hard piece of the game. There are 44.
I'm trying to think how many that is in relative to other games.
Well, let's see. Twilight Princess had 45.
Yeah.
Majora's Mask had 52.
Okay.
I figured Ocarina of
end.
Time had 36.
Jeez, Twilight Princess had 45, but they were fifths instead of quarters.
They were fifths, yeah. I believe Minish Cap also has 44.
Oh, hey, money.
Money! So now we Exit back out. And the killer bees are gonna bug us again.
It's a birthday. I always imagine the killer bees speaking with like a New York accent. That got decidedly southern at the end there.
Yes. Joy pendants. I'm not gonna bother with the joy pendants as of right now.
You really don't want to until, like, you just want to collect them until you already have sailing ability.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, one last thing to check out while we're here on Windfall Island. And it's not up here, dumb shit. Play the goddamn game better. I'm trying to talk to my past self about playing the game better.
If only.
It's this.
Ah, yes, my favorite character of the game.
It is this particular minigame.
Aw, yeah. He's just so into it.
He's like, meh, until you pay the 10 rupees, then he is super into it.
I know, right?
I don't know what it is.
He likes
Okay,
money.
so basically we're going to play some knockoff Battleship.
It's actually a really fun game.
Yes.
Granted, it's like all luck.
There are 3 things that you can win from this particular minigame alone. I will not tell you what they are, because I didn't fucking get any of them in this run.
Oh,
But
favorite part of the game. Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. Like, if you ever hear either of us say kaboom or sploosh, this is where it's from.
that's reference to this. So the idea is you take down all 3 of these squid with 24 shots. If you do that, you get something. You do that again, you get something. And if you do it in less than 20, you get something.
I was gonna say,